First time the name was given. Notice that? Okay, I'll put my earbuds in, guys. And it's going to be a very quick event today. One reason. Okay. All right, there's a couple of things that we're definitely monitoring today. One, of course, is Techstars. And I am trying to find a live feed. There's a few companies that I definitely would like to hear their pitch that look like they're promising. And we go through the Techstars college to see what's coming into the future and where money might be going, what companies they're looking at. So I've got some interesting things for the college right now, both for Chicago and New York. So I'll be doing more looking in the work and focus. I think that that's probably where most of that belongs, but I did want you to know that there'll be some links in the discussion bar over at the main channel, and that's what those are all about. These will be lists of companies from the Demo Day Techstars.com site for both Chicago and New York. And you can connect with these companies. You can follow their Twitter, read their Twitters, and that's the sort of thing that will make room for best we can with 2 minutes to open. And we have Adam Elliser of Penumbra Medical Devices. Been seeing for the last couple of days a lot about the medical field, but what's up on Cheddar is, will CBS and Viacom merge? And their guests have to do with the TAP conference. Wheels Up is going to be talking, Tough Mudder, Meetup Caribou, and Women at Forbes, and more, with Tabula Rasa Healthcare bringing in I believe, the NYSE. I'm sorry, the NASDAQ they're bringing in. They're just pulling back the shot. It's called Tabula. And here comes their team, their CEO at center. If you've never seen that happen before, I'll put the link out right away on my own Twitter. Remember, I can't show nor do I show the event itself, but it is on my Twitter. If you don't follow Cheddar already, it's cheddar.com, and they are one of the sources that I monitor. I think they're on their third week. Big team for Tabu. Lots of roots, very happy teamwork there. And here comes Cheddar at the open. All right, so let's get our basket in play. Okay. So Cheddar's going after the CEOs of Uber and Facebook representatives, or of course their higher executives, to show up on the show. And he's like making demands that that happen. I guess they had an Uber cancellation. So it's hard to get those interviews, definitely. All right, so here we are. We'll do some screen sharing here in just a moment. And let me try now. Yeah, this. Go ahead and all right, we're ready to screen share. Okay, here we go. And present to everyone. And bring that up. And hide that bit. All right, so here we have match. Match is up 0.45%. We're going to go ahead and keep the details in here so that you can experience a little bit more of tradingview.com. And we got a notice this morning actually from them, if you've never been over there, but you'll notice that my charts are quite a bit different. And the reason that it's different is that under here you see the word Pine Editor, Pine Script Editor. So this indicator has been written in code. Now if I was to publish that, then people could take the code, but now the new offering on TradingView is that you can actually create code and input that you do not want to have the published code be made part of your work that you put out into the public. Because we can publish our charts into the public. We can also make them private. We don't have to publish them at all either. And so that's a new offering today, which is pretty important to a lot of people. All right, so we're going to just clean this up a little bit. This is the message. All right, of course, we're not on mute right now. We're asking you to subscribe to the YouTube channel, and there will be times where we will be on mute, right? And for other reasons, we're either monitoring other squawks, or in the instance of Cheddar, I can't put the Cheddar up, and yet I still need to listen to, especially the interviews, some of the banter. Um, I didn't have to listen to, but definitely once they start interviewing. So there's a report out that Spotify is in advanced talks to acquire SoundCloud now. And then the big story, of course, being the Viacom, CBS and Viacom merger. So that's your Cheddar. If you check my Twitter, you'll see Twitter. You'll see the Cheddar feed. And okay, so here's Match. Right, here's Match. Next up, we'll start from the beginning. Here's Elf. Elf enjoyed a tremendous push yesterday, almost 8% yesterday, and now we're getting, oh, Elf, not F, Elf. There we go. All right, and we're getting more information now. Here comes Ruby. So we are getting some period, 32 hours what it would be, because Ruby's built on the hour. And so here we go. So you can see it actually live when it happens. So we knew that this was a good cross right here. This is when the 8 is supporting close, which clearly it's doing. And we're getting a pullback at the open 0.83, but you'll notice from our ownership, yesterday's push up was just a marvel. It almost reached 8% yesterday. And we have our volume numbers are keeping up, 3.657 million shares. The price is healthy. So ELF. What we don't have on ELF is our, oh, here it is. Let me make sure. I probably should make this smaller. That's what I'll do. All right, so there's ELF, WFM, Whole Foods Market. Open here, it's down 0.53%. And we need to look at a bigger chart here so that we can see that we did get a break. We've got a break of trend. We got a Ruby cross short. And now you can see we got another draft down. Okay, so clearly you can see, and you can only see this by going through the charts with me to actually believe it. We had a crack of trend, a break of the 96. Of course, it went into Ruby. It is not surviving. We've got lower lows and a gap. And a gap. So Whole Foods, we have to go back over to the news and see what in the world is going on with 0.35% down in the morning trade. Whole Foods Match we already looked at, IAC. IAC is up 1.53%. Clearly we've got great trajectory on Ruby. This little rest on Ruby right here is perfectly fine. All names need to do that. They go for their power push. They go sideways. They rest a little bit, getting ready for their next move. So we'll have to take a look at. Pardon, I have to take the chat off. We'll have to take a look better, a bigger chart for mid-market and see where we're at with it. Now it's down 0.63. Estimized EPS, they report. So we're going to get into another earnings. Another earnings situation. But that's how it is. And WSM up 0.42%. So showing it to you on the 5-minute. Bring in our little piece here a little bit, get rid of some of this other stuff. And now, of course, because it's Thursday, you can see that the charts start to look a little clunky. There's more notations. There's a little bit more information. And then it's up to you to curate this over time. Because there's some things that can become very valuable. to you in the future, but you don't know that exactly. You're just looking at activity because you've seen it so many times, whether it's candle over candle, sideways performance, a flag, you're always constantly looking for bits and pieces of information. You can even see that we drew a Fibonacci inside of our channel because we had found this channel. And so price, look at the gap up. The gap up on Fibonacci took us to, and now it's over 50% of the gap, pardon, of the pattern, this upward channel, up 0.91% Williams-Sonoma. So that's why the charts will start, you'll have lots of annotations and markings. And so if you're ever looking at someone's chart and you're like, oh gosh, I can't read that, well, make your own. That can really help. And then start making your annotations so that you can understand that many times charts, they're created like notebooks. And because if you know your name already, you're very concentrated on the axis over here, the price axis, because you're constantly studying what's happening inside of the chart. Of course, you're trading price, but you're constantly trying to figure out, well, do we have a chance? Should we jettison? Remember, we are in these trades until 3 o'clock tomorrow, and that would make our third basket. And after the fourth basket, we'll start to do more aggressive work with knowing the 2%, 3%, 6%, 8% moves that we need to force out, selling. On the other side, if a trade is going south on us, we need to know that we need to get out of those trades because we don't want the rest of the basket to be harmed by those losing trades. What we don't do is add. So we just become, if we walk away from a trade or we take profit from a trade and it lowers the basket by one name, we just become super razor focused on those names and open up other venues with the news or research or fundamentals. And, so by 3 o'clock on Friday, sometimes we have the entire basket in play because it's all positive. And in other weeks of the basket, we might be down to one name. So that's the interesting thing about this idea about playing the market with the baskets. Okay, I think that's it. Let me go back to Cheddar for just a moment. Hear what they've got to say. So Wheels Up gets there. So Kenny Ditchter, the Wheels Up. Says subscription model for Wheels Up. Flying SUV. So the story actually on Wheels Up. Go ahead and very interesting story, the Wheels Up story. Okay. All right, so let me go ahead and get off of screen share, guys, and we'll wrap it up here in just a couple of moments until the reversal. And you'll see me come back on screen in just a moment. Okay. I think I'm done, actually. can hear maybe some of the fans. So I'm going to go ahead and abbreviate this. We'll look for a work and focus. I don't know where we can do work and focus. I'm going to try something over at YouNow today. So look forward to some messaging over on Twitter, but thank you very much. In the description, of course, I'm encouraging you to subscribe to the channel. In 2017, I am looking to get 1,000 subscribers that are interested keenly in the concept, and it's 3 times a day. I try to limit what's it called, like the show notes, and we'll see how it goes. I certainly enjoy it. Keeps me on my toes. And this particular ideal of working the baskets is really cool. And maybe on the midday I'll go through kind of the 10 steps of how in the world do you get involved in trading baskets, intuitive baskets. Okay, guys, thanks very much. And for the replay players, I appreciate you as well. Look for the discussion tab if you want to put any notes, and also for the look links that I've got, companies that I'm looking at, everything will be over there. Okay, thanks a lot.